everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into Dr. Mundo's landing phase, covering his core playstyle and key features, backed by gameplay analysis. Mundo isn't the type of champion who looks to force early solo kills or dominate the lane aggressively. Instead, your top priority in the landing phase is to farm safely and secure CS using your Q, Infected Cleaver. For this matchup, we're up against Kennen, a ranged champion. Kennen is incredibly strong with his poke and his stun-locking capability, but we can turn the tables by exploiting his weaknesses. Kennen's main ability, Thundering Shuriken, Q, cannot pass through minions. By keeping them between you and Kennen, you can effectively negate his harass. Conversely, pushing the wave aggressively forces him to focus on clearing minions, which limits his ability to bully you. Kennen's W passive empowers his every few auto attacks, dealing bonus damage and applying a Mark of a Storm, which is needed for his stun. Watch out when his Shuriken lights up. Immediately after he uses this empowered auto, he's vulnerable, so that's your window to trade back. Kennen's E is his lifeline for both escaping and engaging. Once he uses it, he becomes extremely vulnerable. Don't miss that window. Close the distance and trade aggressively. With his E on cooldown, Kennen has very limited self-peel, making him a prime target to go all in. Kennen is inherently squishy and lacks sustain, so chipping away at his health through short, frequent trades will eventually force him out of the lane. And there it is. Once he's low, we can close the gap and secure the kill. And that marks the end of his landing phase. A ranged champion who fails to get a kill in lane is like a pizza without cheese, just completely underwhelming. Kennen deals mostly magic damage, so Mercury's treads are your best friend here. Don't wait on these. Getting your boots early is essential to stay on top of him and negate his movement advantage. Since Kennen is a ranged champion, if you're too slow, he'll just kite you forever. Rushing Mercury's treads is a must-have strategy. It closes the movement gap and lets you stay on top of him to dictate the trade. Kennen's wave clear is his biggest weakness. By constantly shoving the wave, you force him into a corner where he has to waste his ultimate just to farm. Once his ULT is on cooldown, he's free for the taking. For your runes, Second Wind is an excellent choice to boost your sustain in the landing phase. It's incredibly effective at keeping you healthy while you're getting harassed. Second Wind helps you mitigate and recover from the constant poke and auto attacks you'll take from ranged champions like Kennen. It's all about lane sustainability. After taking damage, this rune heals you back up, allowing you to recover quickly. It prevents you from getting poked out of lane and forced to retreat, keeping you in the game longer. Apologies for the delay, but let's dive into Mundo's ability kit. I'll break down how to use each of his skills to dominate your lane. Mundo's passive is the secret to his insane survivability. He periodically drops a canister that, when picked up, heals him for a percentage of his max health and grants him CC immunity. You can even reduce the cooldown by picking it up, which makes you nearly impossible to kill in teamfights. Mundo's first ability, Infected Cleaver, is his primary poke tool. It deals damage and slows enemies on hit, while it costs a portion of your HP to cast. Landing the cleaver refunds that help, making it an incredibly strong tool for both poking in lane and sticking to targets during chases. Even against tough matchups, this long-range CSing with your Q allows you to stay safe, soak up experience, and keep your leveling on track. Infected Cleaver is the cornerstone of Mundo's kit. It does it all: CSing, poking, slowing enemies for a catch, chasing, and even peeling for yourself. At max rank, it deals a massive 29% of a target's current health every 4 seconds. That kind of damage on such a low cooldown is a nightmare for any opponent. W, Heart Zapper, doesn't just deal AoE damage, it also stores a portion of the damage you take during its duration and heals you back after it ends. Time this right when you're about to take a hit to negate that damage and swing the trade in your favor. The W explosion provides a massive heal, so make sure to hit your opponent with it to maximize your sustain. However, keep in mind that the early game healing is fairly modest. Don't get overconfident and take risky fights just because you have the ability up. Mundo's E-masochism gives you a passive boost to attack damage based on your missing health. When you activate it, your next basic attack is empowered to deal bonus damage based on your max health. If you kill an enemy with this strike, they get knocked back, dealing that same bonus damage to any enemies they hit. It's perfect for clearing waves or hitting collateral damage on champions. Mundo's E acts as an auto-attack reset, or AA reset. This is crucial for maximizing his damage output. By timing your E immediately after a basic attack, you eliminate the downtime, which significantly increases your DPS and lets you shred towers in seconds. This makes your E essential for taking down tower plates and securing those crucial kills when you need to finish off an opponent. You can actually use your E on low health minions to launch them at your opponent. It's a great way to punish them while securing your last hits. Think of those minions as projectiles. Time your last hit right, and you'll catch your opponent off guard with unexpected poke damage. Looks like Warwick is coming for a gank. This is exactly why you want to trade and poke early. When you chip away at a squishy target like Kennen, you make the lane an easy buffet for your jungler. Always keep them low, and watch your jungler come running. Mundo's ultimate, Maximum Dosage, is what makes him unkillable. It grants him bonus AD, movement speed, and a massive heal over time. It heals for a portion of your missing HP, plus a massive percentage of your max health. The lower your HP when you pop it, the more you heal, but don't just wait until you're at death's door. Using it mid-fight can catch opponents off guard and bait them into overcommitting. The massive movement speed buff during your ultimate makes it incredibly versatile. It's not just for escaping, it's perfect for forcing your way into the back line, diving into the heart of a team fight, and making sure you stay alive in the heat of battle. The lower your HP when you pop it, the more health you get back. It's tempting to hold off until the last second to maximize that heal, but don't wait too long. If you're too low, you might just get burst down before the healing kicks in. Timing it just right, with a bit of a safety margin, is key to mastering Mundo. When it comes to itemizing on Mundo, you want to focus on items that amplify his massive health pool and durability. Here are the core items that make you an unkillable raid boss. For our first item, we're going with Heartsteel. This is absolutely core on Mundo. It allows you to deal bonus physical damage based on your health and, more importantly, grants you permanent max health stacks. The longer the game goes, the tankier you get, making you an unstoppable force in the late game. Why rush Heartsteel? Because it's the key to unlocking Mundo's full potential. Since most of his kit scales directly with health, getting this item early gives you the perfect foundation. It instantly boosts your durability and lets you dominate trades, setting you up to snowball throughout the rest of the game. For our follow-up, we pick up Sunfire Aegis. It's perfect for Mundo because it stacks health while providing a constant burn effect around you. This drastically improves your wave clear and gives you reliable magic damage in team fights, forcing enemies to respect your presence even if they don't want to. Even without building dedicated damage items, Sunfire Aegis gives you more than enough wave clear. This allows you to effectively push side lanes while objectives are up. Your goal here is to split push on the opposite side of the map, forcing the enemy to deal with you, and then join the fight with teleport the moment the action kicks off. For your later items, consider Mantle of the 12th Hour. Since its effect is based on max health rather than raw healing, it completely ignores grievous wounds. It's essentially an uncounterable heal that keeps you alive when you're low. However, its base stats are quite lackluster, so it's definitely a second or third item choice once you've already built your core durability. When you drop below 35% health, this item triggers, giving you a massive burst of bonus HP over 3 seconds. You also gain 50% slow resist and 30 flat movement speed. It's perfect for both escaping a pinch and chasing down enemies. For your late-game defensive options, Amaranth Twin Guard is a top-tier choice. It provides immense resistances and crucial tenacity to help you shrug off heavy CC. Against champions like Ashe, who rely on slows and stuns to peel, this item lets you ignore their crowd control and dive straight into the backline with confidence. While Mundo is classified as a tank, he's actually closer to a juggernaut. He has the durability of a tank, but the raw damage and threat level of a fighter. However, there's a catch. He has zero crowd control. Unlike other tanks, you can't lock enemies down. You can only chase them down. That's your biggest weakness, so you need to play around it. Sure, you lack CC, but your sustain is out of this world. By the late game, turret shots feel like nothing more than pea shooters to you. Don't be afraid to tower dive, play aggressively, tank those shots, and turn the enemy's safe zone into your hunting ground. One of the best things about Mundo is that he has no mana. You never have to worry about running out of resources or backing early, which makes him the perfect champion for beginners. You can stay in the lane as long as you want and just keep throwing those cleavers. See, those turret shots don't stand a chance against you. Your enemies think they're safe under the turret, but they're dead wrong. The tower isn't a shelter anymore. It's just another place where you're going to hunt them down. Don't be fooled by the tank tag. You should be playing Mundo like a late-game hypercarry fighter. Let's be honest, early game you're pretty weak. You need to respect your limits, play safe, and focus on farming. But stick with it. Once you hit your power spikes, you turn into an unstoppable force. Your real power spike hits at level 13, when your ultimate reaches rank 3. That's your green light to start taking over. From that point on, don't hold back. Start engaging, create constant pressure, and force the enemy to deal with you. You're the main threat now. Even with 0 damage items, late game Mundo hits like a monster. Why? Because survival is your damage source. The longer you stay alive, the longer you stay in the fight, and the more damage you deal over time. In Mundo's case, durability is damage. Remember, surviving the early game is your biggest win condition. Don't worry about getting kills early on, just play for survival. If you reach the late game without giving up a single death, you've already won. Go out there, outlive them, and show them the true power of Dr. Mundo. Thanks for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more champion tips. It really helps me out. Good luck with your games, and I'll see you in the next one.
Victory!